Hello from Southern Ontario, Canada. It is October 25th today. I want to grouse today about the Toronto Dominion Bank, the TD Bank. I have a channel. I'm allowed to grouse once in a while. I get my hydro bill yesterday, and it shows I hadn't paid last month's hydro. Now, I won't list the local carrier, name them, it's not their fault. I phoned, I said, I paid this on October 7th through my bank. You haven't received it yet. The gal was, very polite and courteous. She said, well, no, and we would have by now, most assuredly. Better check with your bank. Oh, boy. Okay, good. So I get in the bank, and I checked. I always get my paper trail, right? Sifted out October 7th banking transactions. Yep, they paid Hydro One instead of the local one. It was done in the bank. I didn't fumble it on the phone. So I go in, I said, well, this is what happened. They said, oh yeah, we made a boo-boo there. Sorry about that. We'll put it to investigation and, confirm my phone number. We'll give you a call. And I was like, and when would you think that might happen? She was like, well, 4 to 5 weeks at the earliest. That would be how long it would take us to get to Hydro One. And I was like, well, it's very close to $200 was the amount. I said, well, as you can see, I'm paying my hot water rental tank out of my overdraft. So I'm running on a pretty tight budget here. I'm not going to be back to work for a little bit yet. How about extending my overdraft by $200 to cover it? Well, yeah, you could make an appointment to do that. I said, well, I'm standing right here. And a gal had come over to join the teller in this matter, I should say. She's not the manager, but she's not a teller either. I'm not sure what her title is. I was like, I have to phone to make an appointment. Like, I could stand here, pull out my phone, and make an appointment for who knows when. Spend more gas money coming back to town. I didn't need to come to town today. And they're just standing there blinking away at me, really not much in the way of sympathy. And I was like, well, look, I realize this isn't your lady's fault. So I, be glad I don't shoot the messenger, so to speak, but really? Well, you could phone Hydro One and see if you can speed it up. I was like, well, that's delightful. That's not like that sounds like a lot of fun. So now I have $2.75 interest from the local hydro, not their fault again. And I was like, well, if I wasn't cutting my nose off to spite my face, I'd just close my account right now. I mean, I've been here, 15 years? But I said, really, in all honesty, I make an appointment, I come back in a couple of days, I apply for my overdraft to be extended $200. As you can see, I have 3 employers, and over the last couple of years, some pretty sporadic income. So what do you think's going to fly there? The, I'll say, assistant manager, whatever she is, just turns and walks away, and the teller's looking at her screen. She's going, well, you'd have to have steady employment. So yeah, okay, I could see that coming. I said, well, I guess once I get over being aggravated dealing with Hydro One and see if I can speed this up, I won't mention you specifically, but I imagine I'll badger your corporate headquarters for a while just because I'm like that. No reply. She just stands there blinking away at me. So, well, okay. Yeah, I kind of figured this was how it was going to work. So as I turned to leave, she says, quite sincerely, have a nice day. I was at a loss for words. On the upside, The regime of Trudeau has already received my $31.25 HST on that said hydro bill. I don't see a specific carbon tax on that bill, but I'm sure the regime has received that in one fashion or another. At the same time, he stated we just gonna have to get used to not using petroleum resources, although there doesn't seem to be any plan to replace that. So maybe I'll get a jump start on these all by learning to live without hydro, because with Trudeau's plan, well, if there's no petroleum, there's no hydro, is there? So yeah. Anyways, thanks for listening. And if you're thinking about opening a TD bank account, well, hey, pick another evil. And let me know you didn't open a TD bank account. I'll get that much satisfaction. And now, I guess I'll phone Hydro One and get put on hold for a while and listen to some bad music. Thanks for listening.